KD is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, my goodness.
So just ahead of the start of Sunday's All-Star, I'm surprised you didn't do this yesterday, because this is right up Rob's alley. You know, Rob's all about Twitter. Tweet whatever you want. So an anonymous
he
Twitter
acts like
user,
he's not, by the way. Don't he act like he's the most non-social media person
he's
in the world?
always on it.
Always
and then
on
he'll
it.
send you his tweet in a direct message in case you missed it.
Man, hold up. I saw a tweet of him today swinging.
The tweet that he tweeted
today of him swinging at a ball with a baseball bat, and it was the most awful thing I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad.
It was horrible. So Kevin Durant ahead of Sunday's All-Star game, an anonymous user shared screenshots of what will look to be a DM conversation, a group chat amongst friends. In it, the handle is @GetHigher77. People, internet sleuths, have determined that @GetHigher77 is one of Kevin Durant's burner accounts. And we don't know that to be sure yet, but there is a lot of circumstantial evidence, including the header, including the people in the group chat, one of which was his co-host of a podcast he did for a while, and that guy's name is not a burner account, it's his actual name in the group chat, these screenshots. But some of the things that were said by allegedly Kevin Durant in this group chat, I'm just going to read some of them that I can. He allegedly, this is all alleged, called his current teammate Jabari Smith Jr. a low-keyed rudimentary person.
Yeah, don't say that. Yeah,
said that his current teammate Alperen Şengün can't shoot or defend. Referred to Russell Westbrook as a triple-double cocaine bear.
God,
said that
now
Steve Kerr hated black people ever since Michael Jordan punched him in the mouth. Called James Harden delusional.
He said he got punch PTSD.
Oh, man.
Said that Chris Paul does not know blank. And referred to Devin Booker and Frank Vogel as Stalin and Hitler, Mussolini and Kim Jong-un.
Don't forget the Trae Young tweets.
I mean, there was, you could go on. There's plenty of screen grabs. So, guys, just easy question. If it turns out that these DMs are indeed Kevin Durant's burner account, which he has not addressed, none of the people in the group chat have currently addressed it as of yet. How does he come back from this in that locker room?
He doesn't. No, that would be it. And I think it all kind of seems like it's him, right? Allegedly, right? There's the way he talks, the way that he's been sensitive about things in the past, about people talking to him. He's always going to give you the response that you want. And so for those reasons, I could see why people would say that. For a teammate to feel that way and not be able to talk to that person directly is the thing that's the issue here. Because when you have a problem on real good teams and you are supposedly one of the leaders, somebody that's looked up to, obviously, which he has been throughout the league, he could say these things to this person directly. So that's the only thing about this story that doesn't make sense on the surface for me. Because he has the cachet to do that to them directly. And so for it to be said in that capacity, I would only think if it was him, it's a little bit of a humorous thing going on as well. Like there's in at home, when you're talking to your homeboy, you say things about certain people that, you know, there could be a little truth to it, but also it's meant to be funny. And so I would tend to think that it lends the latter for me. Like maybe there's some humorous stuff going on between other people if it is him. Because he has the cachet to do it in their face. So for me, that would be the only drawback for me as far as it being him and it being intentional. You know what I mean?
Now, I'm going to jump in and say this, Kerry. I believe he was doing almost like a test, like some type of scientific test where you're like, watch this. As we put out these fake tweets and everything and from burners and counts, just to see how people will roll with it. Let me show you how people don't fact check. Let me show you they believe anything. Let me show you how anything can, start to become viral. And I think he's trolling because it's too specific in certain things. If he was like, yo, so-and-so is a blank or black, he's comparing them to all-time world, leader dictators. And he's saying certain things. It's like, all right, I almost feel like it's so specific that I will know you guys fell for the troll. You get what I'm saying? I put these little, what do they call them, Easter eggs in it, like because it's so specific that you fell for this troll, this thing that I put out there. One of the things that I love about Kevin Durant is his authenticity. He'll be the one to be like, yeah, I was on some burners accounts. I
Yes.
was saying some stuff. My bad. Hey, I just like to talk to y'all and talk smack to people. The other day they asked me at All-Star Weekend, they asked them and said, if I'm not mistaken, it was video games or
And Twitter. Yep.
Yeah,
Facts,
go
facts.
away.
Mhm.
And he was like, absolutely, Twitter. He's like, because y'all basically this guy talk that I'm level, this level of guy talk that I'm giving y'all not ready for. So I think he just enjoys having fun. I do think a lot of what he says, he authentically believes as far as like, especially analyzing music and stuff like that. But I just don't buy that he would be that crazy, that reckless. And if I were to involve, like have some fun with it and say that he did, then you're right that I don't know how redeemable that is for a to bounce back from. Because like how do you bounce back from that if you not? It's one thing, man. I don't like he doesn't pass the ball.
Right.
You know, it's that stuff is personal. So I don't know how you bounce back. And do you have any examples of where stuff got too real?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, my time. I'm going to age myself here, but social media wasn't a big thing for us, so we didn't have it to that level. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as far as maybe saying something in the media or a player, trying to get through to another player through the media, that could have happened, but not a lot, man. Because in my day, man, we would be fist fighting in the locker room. We would have those moments, and so. For a player to say it in the paper, it wouldn't happen that often. So I didn't have one like personally, but you would hear rumblings, and people, and there's cliques in the locker room. People talk about other people or may have a word with somebody, but it always gets back to the person, and it's going to get handled in there. So not to that degree. I would tell you though, if a player was to do this and have burner accounts, and it was validated that it was going on. There would be some fisticuffs. There would be some things that would happen in the locker room that would have to be handled.
Yeah, and I think that's the danger of social media, is that you had a bad practice, you had a bad game, you had a bad team trip or something. That as opposed to you going home and kind of, oh, man, I can't stand him. He's a getting it all off your chest.
Yeah.
Call a homie or two.
Yeah.
Let it simmer down. The next day you realize I'm still mad at him a little bit, but whatever. You can just get to it and get your Twitter fingers as they're going. And guys do that. And we've seen Rob Parker and I, we sit here, we talk about it. It's because we got to talk about it. It becomes a big deal.
Yeah.
So many people say so many reckless things. A.J. Brown getting on social media, getting on streams.
The podcast, Kelvin. The podcast, too.
And let's not even get on the podcast, right? Because it's right there and it's easily accessible. And you can get right on your phone. Yeah, y'all saw I played hard, but you see the rest of the team. And I hate that accessibility and availability that social media gives, because it doesn't allow for you to take that beat and talk it through, sleep on it. It's just, I'm mad, I'm on the team bus back. Yeah, can't wait till I get out of here. They can't do this, they can't do that.
Right.
And I think that's been one of the things, the drawbacks of social media is that the immediacy in which you can respond to things as opposed to taking a beat.
And the thing that would be the equivalent of that in my time, it would be the anonymous sources. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't be a name put on it.
That's a good point.
But this point right here is like, it's no name put on it. We're still alleging.
Yep.
And it's based off what he's done in the past, right? And so that would be the parallel for us. And for us, we would never know who it was. We may have an inkling, but we can never prove it.
Rob G, you said you got a question?
I do. Well, first off, speaking of anonymous sources, Kerry, you might know. Dub knows this. Rob knows. Everyone else knows. You might not know this. When the odd couple breaks up eventually, and there's that big, awful announcing expose, what went wrong? I'm the anonymous source. I'm going to be the one spilling all the tea about what happened and what really went down.
You claiming it right now?
And why they broke up. So if you're a listener of the show, you're going to know exactly who the anonymous source was.
Rob G.
We appreciate you telling us.
I'm telling you in advance.
I'm writing it down right now. Rob
Yes,
G
sir.
is the anonymous source. All right.
But pillow talking.
So going back to this KD situation, right? You guys have both said that if it's true, there's really no coming back from it as a teammate.
Yes.
Because he hasn't addressed it, because the people who are in the chat have not addressed it from their own accounts yet, allegedly. You would think if, hey, that's not real, the first thing I would say, that is a Photoshop. That is not me responding. Nobody has said that. None of the people who are in it. If you are Ime Udoka, do you take it upon yourself to address it to the team, or are you trying to just sweep it under the rug
100%.
and say we are not even going to talk about it?
100%. You got to address it. It's a national topic right now, right? So obviously, all those players and all those people in that locker room have the same thing we have. They can all see it. So to clear the air, you got to have that conversation. You got to talk about it. And I'm sure they know in-house. And I saw an Instagram post today, I think. I don't even know if it's true now because I got to go back and look at it. But I think Jabari Smith had a post. Can you check that for me, Rob G, where he posted himself and Kevin Durant in the post. So let me know if you saw that, if that's true.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say this: if I'm Ime Udoka, I may not address it. So KD, they saying this and this and this. What I would do is say, hey, look, I'm gonna just set a reminder that things we talked about during the offseason, it's outside noise. That's what distracts. It's not having conversations, as you mentioned, Kerry, not man to man. We're bigger than that. What we like to do, we like to address stuff either as we sit here and watch film. We want you guys to have an open door policy. Come talk to me, and I'm addressing it as one of those ways of going, I don't know what's what, but I know this ain't what we need in our locker room. So that's how I would do it. I don't know that I would make it. All right, KD, are these your tweets or not? Are you on burner accounts or not? How many burner accounts you got?
Yeah.
Now, I might pull them aside privately, call them, hey, man, just shooting out here, playing some golf between games, whatever. Look, man, you know why we brought you in. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you're top-notch scorer, but we need you to also be a leader. We also need you to be a guy to set the tone with these younger players that we have. So I'm just going to just a reminder.
Kelvin,
I'm leaning on you.
Kelvin, what if Ime didn't do it, Rob G? Players meeting, players only meetings.
Yeah,
they happen as well.
That's a good point.
Because these are grown men that are allegedly being thrown under the bus for their shortcomings, right? So something has to be addressed, because if it doesn't, that thing lingers, and you know that you play sports. Mm-hmm. If the things aren't addressed that are keeping teams down or holding us back, we need to address them. So it has to be talked about.
Yeah, at some point.
Well, quickly, Kerry, to answer your question, the Jabari Smith Jr., he had a lengthy post on Instagram about 4 hours ago.
Yep.
It's 15 different photographs, and there's a bunch of them with different teammates. One of them is him with Kevin Durant.
That's what I thought, yeah.
But the best part, of course, is the comments.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just going to read the top comment.
Oh, boy.
Because, there's pictures of an elephant, hey, address the elephant in the room, Kevin Durant, question mark.
Okay, gotcha.
The top comment, though, says, man, Bari don't got a disability, just disability to get buckets.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, see
now this is going to follow him forever now. You know what I'm saying? Until this gets cleared up, this is going to follow him.
Thanks a lot, KD.
Just like Thumbgate with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson.
Great point.
Ain't never going to live this down.
All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share, do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.